Apparently, I've been up to nothing, like nothing.
The show has some degree of drama and intensity, and for most of the season,
Pot of Beans.
why wouldn't they tell us all forms of funny stories like snakes swallowed money and rats became an army of giants and invaded Aso Rock?
Anyway, enough said. I want to hear your own experience.
Welcome to another exciting episode of the Pot of Beans podcast. My name is Afro Wendy, and I'm excited to have you here today.
Hi dear, welcome to another episode of the Pot of Beans podcast. My name is Afro Wendy, and well, I'm quite thrilled to be talking with you at this point in time. I'm glad that you're able to listen, and I'm here to actually talk to you. You know, it's been a roller coaster from Tuesday. It's been a hell of a week, honestly. So we all know the incidents that have happened on Tuesday down to, I think today too, it's still happening. So, you know, we all know what has happened in Nigeria over the past days, and it is heartbreaking. It is something that we never saw coming. We never imagined, you know, that a government can stoop so low to actually inflict violence and kill their young is something that is terribly heartbreaking. I don't even know how I'm going to start, what I'm going to say, but I'm just doing this probably as a bonus episode to just shed light on some things. Well, y'all know I did an episode with Stanley concerning why you should actually join the NSAS protest, but that was before the protest actually turned bloody. Well, we witnessed some series of events that are quite unfortunate. People lost their lives. Protesters were out there just protesting peacefully, raising the Nigerian flag and singing the national anthem, and they got shot at just like that. It is so disheartening. It is really heartbreaking, honestly. Right from that time till this point, I couldn't find my words. I was supposed to even do an episode with someone, but I couldn't just bring myself to do it. It's terrible what has happened in Nigeria over the past days. I don't know if it's possible to just narrate it right now, but I'm going to try my best to do that. So on Tuesday, there was a curfew that was announced in Lagos State to start by 4 p.m. But later on, people complained they couldn't get home. You know, you can't announce a curfew for that day and then expect people to scramble back home. This is Lagos. Everywhere is populated. You know, there's traffic and all. And then the traffic is even made worse with the situation on 3rd Mainland Bridge. So you don't expect people to rush back home that early. So the governor extended the curfew till 9 p.m. The protesters were still out there protesting, you know, because, you know, it's a curfew. Moreover, it's not 9 p.m. yet, so people were still there protesting. And before you knew it, it wasn't 9 p.m., it was around 7. Soldiers just came in their cars and then jumped out and then started shooting at peaceful protesters holding their flags and singing the national anthem. That is uncalled for. First of all, they did not breach the curfew because the curfew was extended to 9. Secondly, the punishment for infringement or the punishment for flaunting a curfew, it's not death. It is not death. It is not, you can't shoot at peaceful protesters. They did not even commit any crime because the curfew was not even, and even if the curfew was at that time, the punishment for that is not to shoot at peaceful protesters. And the idea was that once you raise the Nigerian flag, nobody is supposed to hurt you. It's a sign of peace. Like, we do not come to bring chaos. We did not come to bring chaos. We come in peace. So please leave us be. But they were still shot at, and that is very unfortunate. That is very, very sad. It's I don't know. It's a sign of dictatorial leadership. It's a sign of lack of respect for human life, and it is heartbreaking. People lost their lives. People were injured. The worst part of it is that the next day, the governor said nobody died. Like, nobody died. All right. it's I don't know. You know what? It's whoo, calm down. People actually died. Like we watched a live video, a live broadcast on Instagram where somebody had his last breath. He died there. We saw it. We're not blind. People died, and then you come on national TV and say nobody died. I don't know what they take us for in this country, honestly. I think they take us for fools, or I don't know, or maybe they take us for idiots, because we saw this. We are not blind. We actually saw this. And then for days there has been looting and burning, arson everywhere. We were under tension. There was violence. People were killed. Police shot. Hoodlums looted. There are stores. ShopRite, Lekki was burned. ShopRite in Surulere was looted. BRT bus in Oyinbo was burned. A lot of things happened that were really heartbreaking, traumatizing. Public properties destroyed. People's lives, lives. People with dreams, people with hope. And I'm sorry this had to happen. I'm sorry, honestly, I am. I never thought that it would actually escalate to this point. Maybe that was naive of me, maybe, but maybe somewhere within me I thought, this government had some sense. Why would I even think that? But I just thought maybe they had some sense, but obviously I was wrong. So the president now addressed the nation yesterday, right? He said in his speech he was sorry for the lives of the police and the Oba's palace that was looted, but he was not sorry for the lives of ordinary citizens that was lost. He did not even mention them. He did not even mention the incident that happened on 20th of October at Lekki. He did not mention that. He was quiet about that. And his speech implied, because I don't have the speech and I cannot start reading out the speech, but his speech implied that you cannot go out and protest, because if you do, whatever you see, you take it. And that whatever you see means that he is going to take whatever measure he's going to take, which will definitely be extreme and brutal. And it was a threat. It wasn't an act. It was just a threat. Like, it was, try it. And a lot of people actually with the normal way Nigerians take things, myself inclusive, just joked about it yesterday, because honestly at this point there's nothing you can actually no you can do something, but at this point honestly you're actually just tired. Your mental health needs to get fixed, right? It's a roller coaster of emotions, and your coping mechanism is jokes. So yeah, a lot of people were joking about it, made jokes and all that, but underneath it you could see the seriousness, you could see the fear, you could sense the hurt. And I don't want to say that those jokes are a sign of defeat, because they are not. You were not defeated. You were resilient, and you are still resilient. You know what you want, and you went for it. You were not defeated, right? So if you participated in the protest, you might definitely feel down, definitely feel that all your efforts are in vain, because everybody all of a sudden feels complacent. Everybody is now making a joke out of it. I just want to say, please do not lose hope. People are mostly tired. People are dealing with a lot of things. People they want a better country. Honestly, they do. But the events of the previous days, probably we did not prepare for that. We thought, that somewhere there was still hope for this country, that somewhere there are still sensible people that can actually listen to the voice of the people. Whether or not we were wrong about that is still debatable, but not debatable, because obviously we were wrong about that. We were wrong that people actually see reasons, you know. So I just want to take this opportunity to say I am really sorry if you participated in the protest and you feel like all your efforts have been in vain, that all your passions have been wasted. I'm sorry if you feel defeated. I'm sorry if you feel you've been let down, or you've let down the people that have laid down their lives, that have lost their lives in the process of this struggle. I'm sorry if you feel down. I apologize. I'm so sorry. But I also want you to know that you are not defeated. They are cowards. They are scared, obviously, because nobody uses force on peaceful protesters. If you are not threatened, if you do not feel threatened, there is no way on earth that you would use force on the people that are protesting peacefully. It just goes to show you that your voice was actually being heard, that you were a threat to them, that they felt threatened. And only a coward will bring a gun to a knife fight. No, only a coward will bring a gun to a word fight, because all we had was our voice. We were just protesting. We didn't carry any weapons. Our weapon was our voice. We had unity. That was what we had. And they felt threatened. They knew that somewhere, if they allowed this happen, that you were going to take over. And I want you to know that it is not late. That they used force on you. That's cowardice. That was a total fail on their part. History will remember them as cowards. History will remember them as murderers, right? But you were brave, you were courageous, you were resilient, you were awesome. You showed us what it means to actually build a system. You showed us what it actually means to be united, to have one voice. You showed us what it actually means to be patriotic. You cleaned up after yourselves during protests. That is amazing. That has never happened. You did that. You were awesome. You were great. And I want to thank you for what you have done. Honestly, I don't think it's late. I don't think we failed. I lent my voice online. I also went to the protest ground. You know, not as much as some people, but I did. I feel there are a lot of people that gave almost their all. Some resigned for this cause. And I'm really sorry, but I want you to know that it has not ended. That the struggle does not end here. We are not violent. We don't destroy properties. We were peaceful. They unleashed their thugs on us. We were peaceful. And we will continue to be peaceful. Our weapon is not guns. Our weapon is not knives. We are going to come back stronger. We are going to have a wonderful strategy. One that will take them by surprise. We are going to show them that we are made of steel. That we have what it takes. And we are not going to do that with arms. We are not going to do that with violence. We will show them. Election is coming, and I just want you to get yourself ready, right? Get your PVC as much as you can. Register to be a voter. Vote. Don't just get it. Actually vote. Go to the polls. Vote. Support young leaders. Support those that you know have your best interests at heart. Educate as much people as you can about the need to elect the right people, the right persons. Educate people. The little opportunity you have, educate people. At whatever point, educate people. You know those that are not on social media? You are woke. You're on Twitter, of course. You know these things. But there are thousands of people that are on Facebook that do not know these things. Educate them. Like, go on Facebook. You have to resurrect your Facebook presence. Yeah? Resurrect your Facebook presence. Educate people. Whatever platform you have, this is a movement. It has not ended. It has not ended. Educate people. We do not want violence, because at the end of the day, right, people that are going to suffer as a result of this violence is the poor people, the ordinary people, the people that can't afford to fly out, because where would they run to? You know, when you start looting things, destroying properties, you are destroying properties that you are going to suffer for. I terribly I'm against any form of looting, destruction of public property. So as much as you can, educate people on the peaceful processes to follow to get what they want. Destruction of the BRT bus station, that was so wrong. I don't know, they were definitely thugs because they were not part of the initial movement. These were opportunists looking for what to loot and what to destroy, and then it was pinned on us. That was their plan from the beginning anyway, because they unleashed thugs on us. So don't encourage people to have violent reactions. Encourage the peaceful process. Because at the end of the day, right now, the bus station has been burnt. Guess who will suffer transportation costs? They have their cars, they have private cars. If they want to, they can fly out and leave us with our palaver. You know, they don't care. So let's try and make things better for ourselves. The houses we are burning, it will turn back to hurt us. The supermarkets, it will turn back to hurt us because investors will not want to come into Nigeria anymore because they see their business as targets for hoodlums and looters and all. So please encourage peaceful process. We will get there. It's not over yet. They were cowards, or they are cowards, but we are going to overcome. Get your PVC, get your voter's card, get whatever you need. Set in place, educate people. Any small discussion, I want you to bring in something that has to do with the 2023 elections. Let people know how they can change or what they can do to change history. Let them know. A lot of people are not on social media. We need to get to them. We need to build financial capacity. They are going to bribe them. We'll make sure they don't get to bribe them. I feel that at this point, finances actually run campaigns, right? So at this point, we should start gathering our money, right? Get our candidate. We are going to push that person. Let's have one voice. And please shun every tribalistic sentiment that they are trying to use to divide us. Shun that thing. We had one voice. People from the north, the south, everywhere, the west, everybody was in support. End bad governance, end SARS. So please don't let them play the tribal card. Don't let them win, because this fight is ours and we will emerge victorious. We are going to make this country better. I hope I haven't bored you with all this talk. You can't be bored. I hope you are fired up. You can't be bored, right? Okay. So thank you for listening to this bonus episode of the Pot of Beans podcast. I love you, honestly. Let love reign. Share this episode to your friends. Support this podcast. Share, please. I don't know. You people don't want me to blow again. On a lighter note, you people don't want me to. See, if I blow, this message will reach a lot of people. I'm telling you. This will reach a lot of people. So please share to your friends, right? It's just a link. Just share to them. Whether they get to listen or not, at least they've seen the name Pot of Beans podcast, right? So they are going to support in whatever way they can. Please just support. You can also tip me on Instagram or Patreon if you want. Actually, it's not by force, honestly. At this point, please do you, babe, do you. So thank you for listening. Until I see you again next time, do have a nice day, and remember, we are not defeated.
We are the future. We are the dream. We are the nation. We are part of this. Yes, we are so amazing. That's the least we shall be. At the heart of the nation, changing history. How can they say that we are finished? We have just begun. When we have nowhere else to run to, we have nowhere else to go. So get out of the way of the land of our dreams.